So poker night, Saturday night. We've had a barbecue and a few wines this evening, and I thought I'd just quickly go through it. This is the Mount Pleasant Semillon 94. Probably one of the better versions of this vintage that I've ever had. For me, the lemon and the citrus was very well balanced. The wine is ready to drink right now. It's one of the best examples of Semillon out of the Hunter that I possibly can remember. Of course, its big brother is the Lovedale, which is a lot more expensive, so that was fantastic to start with. Then the Heron Lake, which is your entry-level Chardonnay out of Margaret River, and a great price point, and I think it held its own, particularly with the food we had tonight. Then on to Tarrawara. This wine is tired. This is the Reserve Chardonnay 02, so I wouldn't recommend that. I think it's an example of something that I'm really becoming quite focused on with the database of wines. Really, you've got to be careful about how long you store your wines, because the Australian wines really might not have the kind of longevity that you would expect out of Europe. Then Brogan Cellars Pinot Noir. This is from their single vineyard Lone Redwood Ranch, Russian River, which is north of Napa Valley, and I really like that this evening. This might be one of my most favourite wines of the evening, which is the 85 Wins Black Label Cabernet. Perfectly cellared, perfectly drunk, and a great example of the wine. We're selling the 07 right now on the database. This is the Amarelle Bechevel, the 1995. It needed time, it needed to be decanted. We didn't actually do that, which has probably spoilt the enjoyment of the wine, and I'm really excited about looking at more Bechevel, which is the higher tier wine from the same vineyard. Hielas Rubicon 05. This wine is showing well, but certainly not in the class that we've had of the French wine, and certainly not the Wins Black Label tonight. Then the Voyager Estate, the 01. A difficult year out of Margaret River, possibly not one of the best years out of Margaret River, but showed well, the balance was there. I think the thing about Margaret River is that the winemaker is spectacularly good at what he does. He gets the best out of the fruit that he makes. Then an icon of Australia, the Penfolds 389. Possibly as good as it gets for 389 since the 80s. So an exceptionally rare wine and really a pleasure to drink. Then Byron brought out the Chapel Hill. That's the Plain Cabernet, which is a multi-regional South Australian Cabernet, also from 98, and drank incredibly well. Possibly we drank it too quickly. Then the 66 Leoval Barton, which is immaculate wine and possibly the wine of the night, and loved it, and thank you so much for bringing that. And we're about to have a Nimrod port. So at the end of the day, don't take the wine critics too seriously. If you like it, just drink it. Cheers.